the chairperson of Library Committee, Associate Professor Dr. Thasani Prasop Itikun, to deliver a speech for the open ceremony.
Librarians, our staff, library staff, and dear students. And I feel very impressive because every year when we arrange these activities, we always receive very good cooperation from the course of NSID 328. I cannot remember the title of the course. Do you know what course are you studying? Trends and issue in nursing profession. Thank you very much. And we, on behalf of the nursing library, we arrange these activities because we would like to, in fact, we would like to promote the book corner of ASEAN. So if you visit our library, please stop by at the ASEAN corner. We provide many kinds of books about ASEAN in many aspects. For example, profession, politics, culture, food, and some kind of entertainment. And we also provide novels, like fictions, and romantic novel or many things, for you. So that's why we provide this corner in our library. Because now today we are one of in the ASEAN, right? And it's very easy for us to connect to each other now today. And we also have international students from many countries in ASEAN too. So I think this activity will give you many benefits. So first, to introduce you about our library, especially ASEAN Corner. And the second thing, I think is this a platform for you to exchange, to share each other about the profession, food and culture, and the way of life of people in ASEAN countries. So at this moment, I would like to give thanks in particular to our international students. Thank you very much all of you who contribute a lot for this event. And of course, thank you very much the course Director Dr. Nathama Thong Thiratham and Dr. Ratima in this Horasic, I'm sorry, and all of you too. I hope that this event will give you a chance, give you an opportunity to learn more about our neighbor countries. And of course, some of them are already here and stay with you. So would like you to chit chat to each other, and share to each other too. Okay, and I think now is the time I would like to declare the opening of these activities. Thank you very much.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon, and thank you for coming to this Tour ASEAN with Library. Okay, first of all, allow us to introduce ourselves as a Master of Ceremony or MC. My name is Pachalin or Noon.
My name is Tidra or Nan.
Yes, we are from bilingual section, third year student. Nan, shall we begin now?
Yes, and now we will begin the first session, International Dialogue on the Nursing Profession in ASEAN. Please welcome the speakers, graduate students from Indonesia. Miss Niyuan Gesarita Mapati
And Miss Madi Jian Santi Kusuma.
and Miss Putu Ayu and Miss Savitri Karim.
and 2 bachelor degree students from Thailand, Miss Kate Vinit Nwandi
Miss จุฑาการตรีเนตร
and Miss Chanaka Ratana Bunyagor.
Are you ready? Yes! Okay. Are you ready on the stage? Now the first Thai students will present their group report. And the topic is about empowerment in nursing profession. Please welcome Miss Kate Vinit Nwandi, Miss จุฑาการตรีเนตร and Miss Chanaka Ratana Bunyagor.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We are the girls of nursing in Mahidol University. My name is Juthaka Lele.
And my name is Ketrit Nwandi.
My name is Chanaka Ratana Bunyagor.
Today we will talk in topic empowerment in nursing professional. Okay, let's start with the objective. In the objective, to realize the problem of nursing profession, lack of empowerment. Second, to describe the importance and factors of empowerment toward nursing profession. The third, to analyze the guidelines and results of empowerment in nursing profession. And the last, to summarize the advantage and obstacle of empowerment for nursing. Okay, we will see the video. Okay, let's see the video.
ผู้หญิงอันนี้ก็คือผู้หญิงค่ะชุดก็สวยเนี่ยดูแบบเมตตาใส่แล้วดูแบบดูเป็นนางฟ้ามาโปรดบรรดาคนเฒ่าคนแก่จากป่วยด้วยนะคะแต่ปรากฏว่ามีการไปสำรวจนะคะเรื่องของสุขภาพกายสุขภาพจิตของบรรดาพี่พยาบาลนะคะที่ประกอบอาชีพพยาบาลเนี่ยประมาณสัก 18,765 คนเป็นการเก็บข้อมูลจากพยาบาลวิชาชีพทั่วประเทศนะคะผลปรากฏออกมาอย่างนี้ค่ะบอกว่าพยาบาลมากกว่าครึ่งของ 18,000 กว่านี้นะคะมีอาการเครียดจากการทำงานในระดับที่สูงทีเดียวค่ะประมาณ1 ใน 3มีปัญหาเรื่องของการนอนหลับ 8-10% ของจำนวน 18,000 กว่าคนนี้นะคะเคยใช้ยานอนหลับด้วยซึ่งถือว่าเป็นปัจจัยเสี่ยงของความเครียดจากการทำงานค่ะเพราะว่าจากการตรวจสอบจากการไปสำรวจนี่นะคะพบว่าพยาบาลหลายคนมีความเครียดเพราะต้องทำงานเกินกว่าวันละ12 ชั่วโมงจากปกติถ้าสมมติว่าเป็นชั่วโมงการทำงานในออฟฟิศการทำงานทั่วไปก็จะอยู่แค่8 ชั่วโมงอันนี้12 ชั่วโมงนี่คือครึ่งวันเต็มๆเลยนะคะก็ส่งผลต่อความเครียดมีความสัมพันธ์กับการบาดเจ็บถูกเข็มทิ่มตำได้ง่ายด้วยนะคะการบาดเจ็บจากของมีคมแล้วก็เจ็บป่วยด้วยโรคกระดูกแล้วก็กล้ามเนื้อค่ะส่วนดัชนีคุณภาพชีวิตด้านสุขภาพเนี่ยบอกว่าพยาบาลไทยอยู่ในระดับ 0.75 ซึ่งต่ำกว่าผู้หญิงไทยที่ประกอบอาชีพอื่นๆที่มีดัชนีเนี่ยอยู่ที่ 0.95 ค่ะพยาบาลอายุน้อยจะมีคุณภาพชีวิตและสุขภาพต่ำกว่าอาวุโสซึ่งสัมพันธ์กับความมั่นคงของการทำงานด้วยทำให้พยาบาลจำนวนหนึ่งลาออกไปประกอบอาชีพอื่นเฉลี่ยอายุการทำงานในวิชาชีพนี้เพียงแค่ 22.5 ปีเท่านั้นค่ะในรอบ1 ปีที่ผ่านมาพยาบาลไทยมากกว่า1 ใน 5เคยประสบความรุนแรงจากการทำงานและตั้งใจจะออกจากงานภายใน 1-2 ปีหรือมากกว่า2 ปีซึ่งมากกว่าพยาบาลที่ไม่เคยประสบความรุนแรงจากการทำงานค่ะก็ถือว่าเป็นอาชีพที่จะต้องอยู่กับคนเจ็บคนป่วยตลอดเวลาบางทีจิตใจก็ไม่มีอะไรที่มันรื่นรมเลยนะคะเข้าใจเลยค่ะที่เป็นพยาบาลวิชาชีพแล้วก็คอยดูแลผู้ป่วยทั้งหลายเนี่ยนะคะ
Okay, from the video, the survey found that more than half of nurses have a high stress from work, such as injury in the workplace or work more than 12 hours for days. This problem led to the resignation. From the research, the result of the study factor resignation of nurse Thomson University Hospital. It was found that in 2011 to 2013, there was 4.57, 12.12 and 14.25% of professional nurse resignation. You can see the rate of resignation is higher. Do you know what's the factor that related to resignation and retention of professional nurse? Who can answer me? Okay. Anyone? Stress. Okay. Health problem. Okay. The answer of everyone are factors that correspond to the research that we have studied. From the research of Thomson University, you can see the table 1 show that duration of professional nurse working in hospital before resignation. You can see the most of the nurses who resigned from the hospital were 0 to 3 work years, or 43.14%. This shows that nurses can resist to work under high pressure. So, we study what is the factor related to retention of professional nurse. In the research, factor predicting job retention of professional nurse at the Northeast Regional Hospital, Ministry of Public Health. The research findings were as follows. Only one personal factor is income, and 2 organization factors is characteristic of organization and job design affected job retention of professional nurse.
Okay, from the research, we found that there are many factors that affect to the job retention of professional nurse, and it related to the empowerment. So we search for many empowerment theory, and we found one theory, that is Cantor's theory. Cantor divided about the power into two groups, is a formal power and informal power. Formal power is about the visibility and flexibility, visible and flexibility in how work is accomplished. And informal power is a positive relation in our organized. And empowerment consists of four structures. First, access to resource. Second, access to support. Third, access to information and access to opportunity. The guideline of empowerment, or how to make the empowerment. First, give the resource. We divide about the resource into two groups. First, external factor and internal factor. External factor such as material, fund, space, time, place, and equipment. And internal factor such as perception skill, adaptability, courage, patience, and responsiveness. Second, giving the support. First, promote interpersonal and team relation to encourage to show initiative. Third, give a chance to give a chance to solve a problem, and flexible, complementing, and understanding together. Third, giving the information such as provide the technical and skill in the work. And fourth, giving the opportunity. First, advancement such as consider the staff personal performance and give fairly promote according to their ability. Comprehension and skills such as provide the opportunity for practitioners to increase their knowledge in training, workshop, and conference. And the last, reward and recognition such as giving the compliment and reward.
And next, after we have studied about the empowerment theory of Cantor's, we would like to know what is the process of empowerment program, or how does it work in nursing profession. So we have studied so many research and projects. This is one of our examples of review. The effect of empowerment of headboard towards feedback on staff nurses' performance and job satisfaction by Sai Samon, Chaloy-Git, and Ariwan Wantani in 2002. The research design is quasi-experimental research. The population is 334 staff nurses in Pramongkut Hospital, and they are divided into experimental group for 169 people. And the research duration time is 10 weeks. Let's see what they have done in 10 weeks of the research experimental process. The first week is the training process for head nurse. They will be trained for how to behave as a head nurse and how to empowering the staff nurse following by the Cantor's theory. And the second week to fourth week is empowerment stage for staff nurses and empowerment simulating stage for the head nurse at the same time. Fifth week to 8 weeks is the follow-up stage for the researchers to assess how the experimental process going on. And the last 2 weeks is the feedback stage for all the staff nurses. They will get to answer the questionnaire to get the result of the empowerment program. And here is the research results.
The empowerment program of head nurse is significant on staff nurses at 0.05 level, with the process was explicit and the relationship of the staff nurses are considerable. This means they have related in between empowerment and the relationship of the staff nurse and job satisfaction on their work is showing higher and increase their job satisfaction. And the another example is R2R project, which is provided by Siriraj Hospital since 2003. This project is purposed to praise and encourage the staff in our hospital who got a good research result in developing award routine and giving support to learning process to increase personal potential in our staff by selecting an unit or award to give an award with who got the excellent performance, and they are considered into two categories, which is Outstanding Agency Award and Outstanding Project Award. And this project, R2R project, is continuously reviewed and developed in every year. You can see that the table shows the evaluation of R2R project. The first table is the benefit we got by the organization in each year, and the second is the benefit in individual benefits we got. The score is tend to increasing in every year. And now we can answer our question, what is the advantage of empowerment after we have reviewed the examples? Yes. Yes, physical health and mental health, yes. Anything else?
Work more effective.
Okay, let's see our conclusion here. Thank you. The advantage of empowerment, first one is support. If the staff nurse gets supporting in information, update, resources, opportunity, this will help to create motivation in nursing profession, and they will increase their job satisfaction in staff nurses. Second is the relationship of the staff nurse. Since they have exchanged their opinions of experience and share decision making together, they have to contact each other. So this will help to develop the workplace atmosphere to be better. And the third one is performance feedback. If the staff nurse doing a good job, they'll get compliment by the head, or if they're still lacking in skill, they will have to get an advice to develop their improving their skill and performance. So they will know what they have to prove it. Yes. And also, if we have advantage, we will have disadvantage as well. The obstacle of empowerment is first one, administrator, such as head nurse or head ward. Yes. They must have skill to manage and to integrating their knowledge from what they have been trained to empowering the staff nurse at their ward. If they cannot do this empowerment program will be failed. The second is staff. The nurse should be willing to join the program and willing to work with their full potential, so the empowerment program will get the good results. The third one is relationship between administrator and staff. Head ward to the nurse, they or she should be treat all the staff nurse equally and friendly way, so the nurse to the head ward, they will be willing to participate and they will join the program with no bias. Yes. Any question?
Thank you for your attention.
It's like covered in every careers, right? So, okay.
So I believe your presentation was exactly what the audience needed to hear. And so shall we move on to the next speaker? Yes! So the next speakers are 3 master degree from Indonesia. Please welcome Miss Ni Ryan Kasiri Drama Patni
Miss Made Dian Santi Kusuma.
and Miss Putu RUME Savitri Karin. They will present different topics. First student will give this way. First student, Miss Ni Ryan, will give a brief speech about nursing education and nursing profession in Indonesia.
And the second student, Miss Made Dian Santi Kusuma, will present about the healthcare and healthcare systems or health issues in Indonesia.
For third student, Miss Putu RUME Savitri Karin, will tell about Bali and its tourist attraction and also
what?
Also the do and the don't in Indonesia. Isn't this
Interesting.
So please give a big round of applause to the Indonesian students.
Okay, I think before I start, I would like to say Sawadika. Okay, it's really nice to stand here and give you more information about Indonesia. So first of all, I'm Sari, so I would like to give you maybe information about nursing education and nursing profession in Indonesia. You ready for this? Yes. Okay. Okay. The nurse distributions and ratio to the populations in Indonesia. So you can see, just like focus on this line, the blue line, and also this line. So the blue lines means the number of nurses, and this line means the WHO recommended nurse to the population ratio. So we have so many islands in Indonesia, and when we compare to the ratio of the nurse and the populations, we still have a lack of nurses if we compare to the WHO recommended nurse to the populations. So we still have a problem with the nursing shortage in Indonesia. And then, when we talk about the nursing educations and nursing professions, we have 2 organizations that manage these nursing educations and professions. The first one is the AIBNI, or we call it as the Association of Indonesian Nurse Education Center. So these organizations manage how the nursing educations in Indonesia. And the second one is the Indonesian National Nurses Associations. So when we graduate from the nursing school, we will have many things to do with this kind of organizations. I think in Thailand also you will have the organizations that will manage the nursing professions, right? Yeah. And then we go to the development of the nursing educations. So it's quite a theory. So the first agreement, based on the agreement on National Workshop 1983, so we have a basic rules on developing nursing college, and then arrangement of curriculum for the Diploma 3 of nursing, and arrangement of curriculum of the Bachelor of Nursing, and then the establishment of the Nursing College Board in 1985. And also we have a recognition from body of knowledge in nursing. And the last one, we have the opening of study program Bachelor of Nursing at University of Indonesia. It's a long time ago. So
the establishments of the nursing the nursing education is supporting by the Directorate General of Higher Education Ministry as well as Indonesian National Nurses Associations. And by the support in 2006, we have 12 university opened the nursing course, especially in bachelor degree. And nowadays we have over than 600 schools offering nursing educations, which is 51% from the more than 600 schools are managed privately in Indonesia. And then now we go to the nursing educational level. Maybe it's quite different in Thailand. I got some information how the nursing educational level in Thailand. So in Indonesia, we have four nursing educational levels. The first one is the vocational training. These vocational trainings, including the diploma and the academic training, including the undergraduate and postgraduate nursing studies. And the third one is the professional training, which involves the 2-year internship and specialized nursing training, which includes specific training for medical, surgical, maternity, community, pediatrics, or psychiatric nursing. As you know, in Indonesia, when people enter the undergraduate, we have study for 4 years. But after that, we have to continue for the professional training for maybe around 1 to 2 years. So it means that we have to study for 5 years, minimum 5 years to graduate from the Bachelor of Nursing. But in Thailand, it's 4 years, right? And as well as for the master degree, we also have a specialist nursing training, which is 2 years we will study for the master degree, and then we have a specialist, actually more than 1 year. So we will spend 3 years for the master degree. Yes. And maybe it's a note that for nurse that for the nurse that graduate from bachelor without the internship, I mean here the professional training, which is 1 year after we have studied for 4 years. So that nurse are not entitled to be a nurse, and those are not allowed to perform any nursing interventions. So we have to study for 5 years, not for 4 years. Yes. And because when we can finish for 5 years and then we can continue to apply the nursing competency exam in order to get the national nursing license from the PPNI or the Indonesian National Nurses Associations. And this is maybe it will be more clear for you to see the directions of the education development. So the first of all is the vocational educations, which is people can come to the senior high school or nursing vocational school, and then we can continue to the diploma tree or directly go to the Bachelor of Nursing, and we can continue to the Master Nursing and Doctor of Nursing. And this is the program outline that maybe will give you more information that in diploma 3, the percentage of the theory is only 20%. Otherwise, for the applications, it's 80%. But for the bachelor, it's 50-50. And for the magister, the theory is 80%, and the applications is 20%. And for the doctoral degree, the theory is 90%, the applications is only 10%. And then the last slide is the compulsory subject in both diploma and baccalaureate programs. So we have the compulsory subject for nursing educations, I mean the nursing subjects, but we have also another subject that we have to learn. The first one is religions. So we have to learn this. And how about you all? Did you learn about religions too, even in the first? No? Okay. So the first one is the religions. The second one is civics. I mean that civics is the nursing ethics because we have to learn that too, right? And then Indonesia. In here is language of Indonesia. We have to learn this even in the diploma or bachelor program. And also English. We have to learn this also. And the last one is the mathematics. Okay, I think that's all that I want to give you the information regarding to the nursing education. And thank you so much for your time. And I will continue with another topics.
Okay, please give a big hand to her. Let's continue with the second topic.
So, good afternoon everybody. So I will be presenting the next about the healthcare system in Indonesia. So my name is Dian. I'm come from Bali also. Three of us come from Bali, Indonesia. Okay. So I will present about the healthcare system or health issues in Indonesia. So first of all, I would like to explain you a little bit about Indonesia. So Indonesia is the largest archipelago in the world with an estimate total of 17,504 islands. So it's so many islands. It's more than 17,000. And the country is ranked for globally in terms of populations with a population of more than 240 millions. And this large population includes a number of ethnic, cultural, and linguistic groups. Speaking is around 724 distinct language and dialect. So it's so many culture also. So this is about the healthcare system in Indonesia. So the Indonesian health system has a mixture of public and private provider and also the financing. The public system is administered in line with the decentralized government system in Indonesia with central, provincial, district government responsibilities. So the first is the Central Ministry of Health is responsible for management of some tertiary and the specialist hospital. The second is the provincial. Provincial government are responsible for management of provincial level hospital, provide technical oversight and monitoring of district health services, and also the coordinate cross-district health issues within the province. And the last is the district or municipal governments are responsible for management of district or city hospital and the district public health network of community. So we call Puskesmas. It's like a public health center in the district, small district, and also they have in the sub-district. So this is the organization of health system in Indonesia, so based on the central government and national parliament. This is the pictures, okay? And I will tell you about the population of Indonesia. So this is the age group, so maybe different in Thailand, right? About the population projected. And then the government of Indonesia also introduced various social insurance programs for health, such as the social safety net for health care. Aska Skin is like a insurance program for the people who have lower income. And then the Jamkesmas, we call Jamkesmas, and the most recent national health insurance scheme is the JKN, is Jaminan Kesehatan Nasional, we call JKN. This program, which commenced in January 2014 and contribute from members and the government under a single health insurance implementing agency, we call BPJS Health or BPJS Kesehatan. Kesehatan is mean health. And the focus of increasing spending on health through the GKN on the curative care services. So it's more about the curative and health infrastructure that support medical care. And this is the pathway that people then use the GKN. So the patient pathway comes from the primary care facilities or puskesmas and their network, which act the gatekeeper for the GKN, and before referral to the hospital or the future treatment. Without a referral letter, a GKN patient is not allowed to seek treatment directly at the hospital or specialist, except in an emergency situation. And the last is the puskesmas or primary healthcare system provide both curative and public health services with a focus on 6 essential services area. The first is health promotion, and then communicable disease control, and then ambulatory care, maternal and child health, and family planning, and community nutrition, and environment health, including water and sanitation. So in Indonesia also, the hospital is classification be the four classification. The first is type A, type B, type C, and type D. So the type A hospital is a top hospital providing in wide range of subspecialist services as well as academic hospital owned by the Ministry of Health. The second is a type B hospital. Is hospital providing wide range of specialist services and limited sub-specialist services established in each provincial capital. And type C hospital is hospital providing in limited special services, which should at the minimum include internal medicine, surgery, pediatric is like a puskesmas, is primary health care. And the last is type B hospital, is hospital that are in transition or development to be coming to be the type C hospital. So the next is about the health issues, about the health problem in Indonesia. So the first rank is the communicable diseases. How about in Thailand? Is it team? See? Oh, in CDS, right. So this is from the Indonesia. So the first is communicable disease, and then following about tuberculosis, and then about the last is the road injury. So the ministry is also responsible for management of program addressing public health issues such as program to combat communicable disease, including tuberculosis, HIV/AIDS, malaria, dengue, and avian influenza. These programs are led by the Ministry of Health at national level, but are delivered by the network of public facilities at district level. It is the hospital of district health office, and community level is puskesmas and their network. There is also an active surveillance and outbreak response system and regular national surveys to measure and monitor key aspects of the population health. So this is also the Ministry of Health organized and direct health promotion activities, which again are delivered through the network of facilities at district and community level. And preventive also focus on NCDs, including health promotion to raise public awareness, community-based health awareness group, early screening and early detections. For example, Post-Bindu is like integrated village NCD prevention post. It's a community engagement program to address almost all NCD risk factors and is integrated into other settings within the community, such as school, workplace, or the residences. So this is about the program. Like the first is tuberculosis control, like I said previously, and the second is HIV/AIDS control, malaria control, dengue control, and avian influenza control. Okay, I think that's all about the healthcare system in Indonesia. Thank you. Terima kasih. Khobkunka.
Round of applause.
Good afternoon, everyone. So I believe that you were really waiting for this kind of information, right?
traveling to Indonesia. So visit Indonesia 2018. So anyone here probably ever visit Indonesia? Bali? No? Okay, but have you ever heard Bali? Would you like to come to Bali? All of you very excited, right? Okay, so let's go. We start. Okay, this is traveling to Indonesia. Do you believe that we have this kind of mountain in Indonesia? Do you believe? If you told that we are in a tropical country, but we have this kind of mountain. Yeah. It's located in Papua, which is nearby the Australia and so on, something, the islands. So only one mountain in Indonesia who covered by the sea. Let's move. Okay, here holiday in Indonesia. Let's start first. So where is Indonesia? Probably everyone already know. Here is Indonesia, right? So where is Thailand? Here is Thailand. So it's really close, right? I think it's not really expensive to come to Indonesia. Yes. It's expensive? Okay, so you can save your money to come to Indonesia. Okay, next. Here, Indonesia. And here is Indonesia. So as my friend said, that Indonesia has lots of islands. It's more than 17,000. So I cannot remember all of the name of the islands. You can see here, small island, small island, small island. And it's not possible for me to explain all of the island within 10 minutes. Okay, so I only explain about the general informations and also probably about Jakarta and Bali as well. So usually everyone from other country, they come to Indonesia past these two gates in Jakarta and Bali because both of these places have international flight. Okay, and here's Jakarta. So Jakarta is our capital city. Okay, so we have national monument here and Jakarta is the nation's capital and fast-growing economic center. So if you come to Jakarta, you can feel the busy vibe of metropolitan here. Here is one tourism object in Jakarta which is named Kota Tua. So old city, we call it old city because this city was like the center of the governmental from the Dutch government because previously Indonesia were like Dutch colonialism like that, get colonized by the Dutch from Dutch country. And then some of our words we adopted from Dutch language, like here, kantor means office, we use this kantor as an Indonesian language as well. And now comes to Bali because we were asked to explain more about Bali. So this one is one of like the monument. We call it Bajrasandi monument here. It's like the symbol of the spirit of Balinese people to fight against the Dutch colonialism. Here's Bali. Okay, so we have 8 regions here: Buleleng, Jemberana, Tabanan, Bali, and Ayasoman. Everything until this one, and each region have their own characteristic. Like it's Tabanan, they more famous with their like farmer regions, and then also from Gianyar it's they more known about their cultural, and Badung is more about the beach, and Karangasem they have mountain here, so it means that they have lots of material from the mountain to build the building and everything. And here Sanur Beach is one of the most popular beach in Bali. So if you want to see the sunrise, you can come to Sanur Beach. But if you want to see the sunset, you can come to Kuta Beach. Okay. Yes, this is in Sanur. And we also have lake. So this one is we call Tamblingan Lake. And there is a temple in the center. And usually this lake, most of foreigners, they come to this lake to like get photos for their pre-wedding. Like this. So I give you one reference for your pre-wedding photo sessions later. Okay? It's beautiful. And here, if you want to come meet the monkey, you can come to the sacred monkey forest in Ubud, like here. This is the family.
I don't know which one is the most. Okay, let me explain about Balinese people, okay? And actually, we Balinese people an Austronesian ethnic group of native to the Indonesian island of Bali. And our population is only 1.7% of nation's populations. It's really small. And we originated from 3 periods of migrations, and the last wave come from Java, which is like aristocrats and peasants comes from the Majapahit Empire. Have you ever heard about Majapahit? No. Okay. Just forget about it if you don't know about it. Okay, this is about the cultures. Balinese culture is a mix of Balinese Hindu Buddhist religion and Balinese custom itself. And we have various traditional events of Balinese societies like Biodalan. It's like spiritual celebrations. Matata means stick grinding, which for everyone who already like from children to teenagers, they have to get this kind of ceremony. And Ngaben is like the cremations. Mostly in Indonesia, the people who passed away, they buried in the ground. But in Bali, we have like burn. And then also we have to come to the sea to slew away the ash, like that. And we have Nyepi, it's like Balinese New Year. So in one day, we are not allowed to go outside. We are not allowed to do anything. We just stay inside our house to do the meditations. So we celebrate our New Year like that, which is, we call it Silent Day. We're fasting at that time. Yeah. Oh, and then probably it's like because we call it Silent Day. Probably now in most people around the world, I mean most countries, they adopt this kind of traditions in their country also, which they call also Silent Day. Yeah. No transportations like that. Silent. Yeah. Okay, and as you know, the vast majority of Balinese live in Hindu. But we also have Bali Aga, which means the origin people of Bali, which is they are animist traditions. And here's the Balinese name. We have a certain Balinese naming system, like you can see here, Putu, Made, Wayan, which means that we have like the rank of the person's birth from our name. So if Putu means the first daughter or the first son, Wayan means also the first daughter or the first son. Made means like the second children, like that. So you generally can see the people from the name, whether they are the first, or second, or the last children of the family. But we do not have family name. And this is our traditional clothes. Usually this one like the usual like what we use like now, but this one is usually we use this for like wedding ceremony. Would you like to try? But it's quite heavy, right? It's quite heavy. And here's the like from our ancient things like the Lontar Bali, which means that we write on this paper. It's not paper actually, it's kind of the leaves. And we put the ancient letter which is called Aksara. Like this. I think some of the letter is similar with Thai letter. And here's like the Puputan. From the picture we can see that the king of the land killing himself with his 400 followers, because during the Dutch colonialism, like they attacked our country, and then if we lost, and we fight until we die, like that. So this is what we call. Probably in Japan they have like harakiri, they kill themselves. It's almost the same like this one. So if we lost, we have to kill ourselves. It's like the pride. And here's kind of the traditional painting. Here's the dance, and it's also the dance, Balinese dance, and it's quite difficult. But you have to have wide eye. So here, and here's the sculpture. If you visit Bali, you can see this everywhere, in every corner of Bali. And we put usually inside our house like this. This is the Balinese house, you can see the garden. And this is the architecture, this is the temple, Hindu temple. This one. And this is the architecture also usually in front of the temple or in front of the Balinese people's house. And here's like the very traditional village, Tangan village, which is the very origin village in Bali. And here's Penglipuran village. And here's Turinan village. So if you would like to spooky adventures, you can come to this village, which is you have to sailing to across the lake here. They stay here, and this is the cemetery, and you can come there. They will not bury or they not burn the body, but they just leave it. But it's not smell. Yeah, it's not smell. And here's the waterfall. We have lots of waterfalls. And the beach. This is like the captions for someone who visit Bali. You can see the kids. You can see it better. This is in the mountain. If you really love hiking. So I believe that you imagine you can come here with your boyfriends or girlfriends. And here's also the bamboo forest. And this one the costume. And this is more about Indonesia. This is Java Island this is Borobudur in Java Island. And they also celebrate Paisak Day, which is the Chinese Buddhist New Year's. Okay, this is everything. This is Bromo Mountain. Sometimes you have to get a horse to come to the This is Sumatra Island. This is Kona Lake. This is Waikambas National Park, which is they have lots of and Kalimantan Island were famous with their rainforest. Just be careful if you visit this one because you get lost. And here's the tribe, one of the tribe in Kalimantan Island. This is the place. And this is like the belief that there is like some spirit who stay in the forest. Here's Papua that I said. So you have to go to the peak of the mountain. This is it's covered by Jaya, call it Jaya Wijaya. This is Raja Ampat. Okay, do and don'ts. This is the etiquette tips actually. I think mostly if you come to temple to Bali, dress modestly before entering a temple. So don't wear short pants or slippers or something like that. Okay. And swimming clothes. Usually foreign people come from other countries, they wearing swimming clothes, but sometimes I don't know whether probably they forget to change it. They come to the mall, visit the mall just with the swimming suit. So it's not appropriate. So make sure that you have to change first. Okay? And this is the general safety tips. So don't smoke in public areas because some places is now forbidden from smoking. And also accepting free alcoholic drinks from anyone, anywhere, any kind has led to alcohol poisoning and severe internal injuries or possibly death. It's like you can read more about metal alcohol poisoning in Indonesia. And driving around without a helmet on is a good way to get a fine or be sent to the hospital with a serious head injury or worse, forcing the trip back to home again. Helmet is legally required. Okay. And this is money and currency. Just make sure that you change your money in authorized bank. And beach safety. So if you come to beach, visit the beach, look at the red flag here. So if they put this one, you are not allowed to swim at that moment. Okay. Otherwise you will be swept out to the sea. And here's the health tip. Usually the traveler have diarrhea or monkey attack. So be careful, or sunburn. Okay, so make sure you wear your sunblock and make sure that you have to drink lots of water to avoid getting the heat stroke. And then the drug laws in Bali and the rest of Indonesia. So our drug laws are very strict and should not be trifled with because if you got caught with group 1 drugs like marijuana, heroin and cocaine, traveler can get life imprisonment for possessions or death sentence. So be careful. Okay, that's all. So if you want more information, you can visit this link. You can get how to get the visa and everything, and what should. Okay, I think that's all if you want to visit to Indonesia. Actually, I would like to show you the video only 2 minutes. Is that okay? Okay. Let me see. I think for Bali, I think you can watch it in YouTube, but I think I can show it for Indonesian video of Faisal Junior.
Such an amazing presentation, right? I'm sure that after this presentation, you are all planning to go to Indonesia already, right?
The differences and similarity between Thai and Indonesian nursing education, health issue, and also Bali culture. So, if anyone have any question, please feel free to ask them. So,
Now it's time to take a break, right? We provide pastry and drinking water in the back of this room. And after you're done, please visit the book exhibition from the ASEAN here, the ASEAN corners here. Okay. And the library staff will introduce some interesting books to you.
And Miss Myanmar.
And Miss Nguyen Huang Mei Twin will join Myanmar dish. Yes. So what is the menu called again?
Bánh bò. Right?
And what is this menu?
If you like fatigue, you can put but now you don't put fatigue because something very fine. You can try this. We put together, we mix together. They are already white tomato, and then like ingredient and heat. Yeah. So we will have our dinner.
About the ASEAN to you all, and we have some souvenir for you who can answer the question. So, are you ready?
For the next question, what is the official language of ASEAN?
1, 2, 3. Correct.
Legoland is in which country? Can you count?
Okay, 1, 2, 3. Malaysia.
Right.
Correct. So the next question is, what is the motto of ASEAN? Are you ready? 3, 2, 1.
So the third question I would like to ask you about what is the capital city of Indonesia?
Yeah, that's right.
How to say thank you in Indonesia?
Terima kasih.
One of the leader, which is also famous in the war in Myanmar,